Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have another speed build and I have for you a large family house, and it was pretty much inspired by custom content like my builds usually always are. I was looking at downloading more custom content. PRE Sim came out with these new sets called Woodland Ranch and I really liked the vibe of it. It was very country style. And so I was like, let's build a really big country house. I'm not sure if I got the exterior vibe totally correct when I mean country, but I definitely went with that vibe for the interior. And because of that, I also obviously downloaded other custom content that matched that. So I also used this organic set from House of Harlix and a bunch of other custom content as well. I will definitely be linking all of that down below for you guys, like always. And this house also uses a bunch of other packs as well. I'm sorry about that, I just could not resist. I pretty much used everything I own, which is City Living, Get Together, Cats and Dogs, and a bunch of tiny kits that I got for free. So yeah. But I don't think many of them were necessary except for cats and dogs, I would say. This house was built on a cats and dogs lot. It's built on the, I think, 40 by 30 lot, which is a very big lot. I put a bunch of dog furniture everywhere. Just a bunch of furniture for a pet for the house because I felt like that totally matched the aesthetic. But again, I don't think it's that necessary. What is necessary though, I think, is the custom content, because if you don't download that, you'll basically get a shell of the house, which technically is not so bad if you wanted to decorate the interior yourself. But yeah. This house is very big. It has 4 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms. And there's also an office space. So technically, if you didn't want an office, you could also make that a bedroom. So you could have a bajillion Sims living here if you could. I'm pretty sure there's a mod for that. And there's even this garage space out on the side, so you could even make that into a bedroom. I don't know. I just really wanted to make a large, spacious home because when I thought of country, I just thought of like a big family and like the homey vibe, if that makes sense. So that's what I went with. And so I went with a lot of neutrals and light colors. Not necessarily like pastel or anything, but like muted and bright. Can something be muted and bright at the same time? I don't know. But yeah. And so the vision I had for this house was these 2 parents, 2 grandparents, and I think about 4 kids. So that's like 8 Sims. But for the kids, I was thinking more like 1 teen, maybe another teen or like a child, and then another child question mark or a infant. So the thing is, when I was building this house, I was building on, I think it's the Delgado lot. I'm not too sure. I like evicted them, so I don't remember. But they had like a kid in there, so that's why there's like a kid in the bedroom right now. But I was like inspired by that, so I was like, maybe the parents have a child on the way, or they just have a child, like a baby. So I was like, I'll put 2 beds in a certain bedroom, but I'm not sure if this bed is for the upcoming kid or for a kid that's already there. I think that's up for you to decide if you were to live in this house. You know what I mean? I don't know if that made any sense. But yeah. I would say this living room is really big, but it also feels kind of small because there's like 4 doors into this one room because it leads to the entrance, the kitchen, and the master bedroom. I felt like it was still like a good use of space, and I really, really love this fireplace. I thought it was beautiful, and I love this collage. Wall collages are very, very like old-timey vibes, if that makes sense. Anyways, I put a bunch of pet furniture in this house. I really envisioned a large dog living in this house because 1, there is so much space for a big dog to roam around, and 2, big dogs just give country, you know what I mean? Like those sheep dogs or whatever. What are those called? Those herd dogs that like lead sheep around or something. I don't even know, but you know what I mean. Or like I was thinking just a big beagle dog. I would say golden retriever, but I feel like I've done that in the past, so I tried to be different this time. And that entryway was so big, I was like, let's put a grand piano in here because I don't know what else to put. But I felt like that was honestly so cute. I rarely ever use that big piano because who has the space for that? But I guess this family does. Ooh, I did forget to mention I use seasons as well, but again, I don't think it's that big of a feature. I barely use that much from seasons. A little bit of decoration is all. I also put a lot of window seats in this house. One thing I love is a good window seat. I've always wanted a window seat in my room or like in any room since I was a kid, so you can always catch me putting that in any house if the vibe fits, obviously. But I felt like this was a perfect spot in this entryway, and I really liked this entrance specifically because it created like this little mezzanine area, which I always try to make, but for some reason I can never pull off successfully because the roof always clips through. But for some reason it didn't this time, so. And now we're onto the kitchen. So I went with this U shape for the kitchen, and I used this open shelving, which I thought was really cute. I really like displaying all of the clutter, the spices, the plants. It makes it feel really homey in my opinion. And I put this console table here to kind of act like an island, because I didn't necessarily feel like a bar or an island matched the vibe of a country house, if that makes any sense. Because I feel like that's such a modern thing to have an island in your kitchen. Is that true? Did I make that up? I don't know. But I put a table here instead and continued to clutter everything up. I also like the open shelving for the counters too. Super cute. Sometimes I clutter and I'm like, maybe this is too much clutter. But sometimes I feel like it is necessary, because where else are these Sims putting their stuff? If 8 Sims are living here, then you need storage. I love the little hidden details like the paper towel roll under the shelves and these aprons that I love to include every time. And now we're on to the dining room. So the dining room is right off to the side of the kitchen. It's just a simple dining room. It has 8 chairs. Later, I changed one of the chairs to a toddler chair because I wasn't really sure who was living in this house still. So I was like, maybe there's a toddler here. I'll put a high chair just in case. I don't know. But yeah. And I put a lot of china cabinets. Is that what they're called? I think that's what they're called. Yeah. And now we're onto the bathroom. This is actually a half bathroom because I feel like you only need a half bathroom if it's for like a downstairs area. Because if guests are using it, they're not showering at your house, are they? I don't know, but it's just a half bathroom with some storage in it. I feel like you should always have a bathroom by the entranceway, using it before you leave or using it right when you come back from somewhere. And now we're on to the office area. It is off to the left of the entranceway. And I really liked this like modular bookshelf situation. It's from Chateau from Felix Landry. And again, I used another window seat here because I will always do this in every build. but I feel like an office space obviously needs somewhere where you can read. And when you're reading, you want a comfortable reading nook. So of course, I have to put one in, and it didn't really fit well, if that made sense. So I just like blocked off the corners, and boom, you have a nook. And maybe the corners are structural support, so it's not like they're completely useless. I cluttered the bookshelves, and I just skipped past all of that because it's kind of the same thing over and over again. I just put books, binders, plants, picture frames, little details like that. I feel like add a lot to the space. I always like putting little cards in as well because I feel like it's cute if the children made cards and then gave them to the mom or the dad or whoever, and then they just like save it in their office so that they can always look at it. I don't know, I feel like that's so cute. And I also put more seating because you can never have enough, and just some paintings, like some blueprints and a map because I felt like that was very studious vibes, and a bunch of pillows because pillows are important. I feel like the window seat looks very solid and uncomfy without pillows. And also a ladder, which is the cutest thing ever. I love a good ladder on a bookshelf. And now we're on to the master bedroom. The master bedroom looked very big for some reason. I was like, I don't remember building it this big. So I like shrunk the size by 2 because it was just way too much. I was like, I don't even need that much stuff in here. Like, I get it if I was gonna put like a desk or something, but I just made an office, so we don't need all that. There's like literally even enough space for a couch in this bedroom. Like, they even have a walk-in closet, so you know it's spacious. But here I put a crib. I think there is a new update where you can put like babies in the crib, not just toddlers, which I haven't tried out for myself. To be honest, I haven't played The Sims in a very long time. I just haven't had the time to, and I haven't necessarily felt the want to either, because sometimes I'm like, what do I do in this game? But other than that, I love The Sims. Here we are cluttering the bedroom. I put another basket with a blanket on it because cozy vibes. And this walk-in closet, to be honest, I was kind of thrown off by it because I felt like a walk-in closet is low-key modern vibes to me. But this house is so big, so we're going with it. And I put a bunch of baby clutter everywhere. This cloud mobile above the crib is so cute, and I put this little pig plushie in the crib, and just some clutter in the closet space, which I mostly skip past because you don't need to see all that. And just some clutter everywhere. And now we're on to the master bathroom. This is a very big bathroom. I honestly struggled for like I had to be like 2 hours or something trying to figure out the layout of this bathroom, because you know when like a bathroom is so small, like the powder room, you obviously know where everything's gonna go, but when it comes to a really big bathroom, there's like endless ways it could be laid out. But ultimately, this is what I came up with. I always want to put 2 sinks because I feel like that is so classy, but I didn't have the space to, so we just went with 1 sink, and I had space for a shower and a bathtub. And I used this set from Pierre Sim called Auntie Vera's bathroom. I felt like it worked really well with the other custom content I was using. It's very quaint country vibes. And basically I just cluttered the shower. I pushed some shelving inside and just some calming seaside prints in the bathroom. Some of the stuff I'm using is from Peacemaker, and I also got some stuff from Bob Tea Society from their cottage garden stuff. I use that pack a lot for my cottage country vibe houses, like my cottagecore house I did a very long time ago. Now we're upstairs in the sort of hallway mezzanine area I was talking about before. It was kind of hard to decorate because it's such like a long room. I thought it was really awkward. The hallway just has a seating area and an area for the dog, and it just leads into the 3 bedrooms, and all of the bedrooms have their own ensuite, which is kind of crazy. Now I'm showing you the grandparents' bedroom, or what I imagine is the grandparents' bedroom. I just went with a simple color scheme again. Also in this house, I wanted to make sure that I used different like wood tones, because usually I try to match everything, but it's kind of like unrealistic for everything in your house to match, to be honest. So I try to use different wood tones that would look good together, so like this dark brown with the dark gray, stuff like that. And I put a canopy in this bedroom, which I love canopy beds, they're so cute. I was thinking about putting it in the master bedroom too, but it just blocked the window, which I didn't really like, but I think it fits really well in the grandparents' bedroom. And this is their bathroom. Just going by really fast because it's pretty similar to the master bathroom, just smaller. But next, we're on to the next bedroom, which is like right next door. I wanted to go with a color scheme that I usually don't go for because I always do blues and greens and pinks all the time. And although it kind of does look like a pink color scheme, I was trying to go for orange and green because I never do orange. And even then, I don't know if I included that much orange, but I tried. So this room also has a window seat, and I think it's really cute. So I made like this kind of reading corner with shelves and books. I think green complements orange really well, so put a lot of greenery and plants in this room. This is honestly a really spacious room, so I put in some extra seating. And this is the bathroom on the side. And I just made sure to replace all the lights with these ceiling lights. Usually I go for the really modern tiny lights because I don't want to see them, but obviously I don't think this kind of house would have modern tiny ceiling lights. I don't know. But now we're on to the other bedroom. It's going really fast, but basically has 2 beds in it, but you could obviously just change it to 1 bedroom if you wanted. I just felt like since it was so long, there was space for 2 beds. And this was what I was mentioning before about the 2 beds. One of them could be for the baby or just a child that they already have, something like that. And I just put a desk area. I was thinking about putting 2 desks, but it kind of looked weird, and I felt like you could just share the desk. And I also wanted space for activities like the drawing table and just some toys for the kids. And now we're outside in the backyard, front yard, side yard. I just did some landscaping. I don't do landscaping that often, but I thought it would be really cute to do it for this build. Elevated it slightly. I put the house sort of on a hill. It needed to be relatively flat for them to drive into the garage. And I was looking at the backyard and I was like, this is a lot of space. So I figured I could put a greenhouse, especially because the organic pack has like these windows and this roof design that makes a really beautiful greenhouse. So I just made like a small one on the side. And I was like, I guess we have enough space for a pond. So I put in a pond. It actually took me a long time to get the shape of the pond good because it was like really weird, but I think it's okay in the end. Here is the garage. I just put some stuff along the walls. Usually I wouldn't do that, but obviously I was like, you need space for the car to drive through if the car drove through. Yeah. But in here basically has like a sink and a bunch of like gardening stuff since I was going for like the greenhouse gardener theme. And I figured that one of the parents is a gardener who comes in here to like wash their flower arrangements or their vegetables or whatever. And on the other side has a woodworking table because I wanted to make sure like there's a lot of sim activities you could do here, and I feel like that is totally something you would put in a garage. And I decorated the greenhouse with just some vertical gardens, a lot of stuff from My Shuno Sun with their Moonwood Garden custom content set. Landscaped with a bunch of stuff from Debug because it is free, since I didn't want to rack up the price of the house anymore. It is about 310,000 simoleons, so definitely an expensive purchase, but hopefully the free garden stuff makes up for it. And I landscaped the pond. I felt like this was really cute. I used a bunch of the boulders from Cats and Dogs in the Debug live edit section and put a bunch of rocks around the pond to make it look more natural. And of course I put some fireflies and some fish and ducks in the pond. And the landscaping in the front and back was pretty similar, so I kind of skipped past it, but I made sure to put a barbecue area in the back and monkey bars for the children to play with, and a little kiddie pond for a toddler maybe. And the house traits I gave for this house were homey, great soil, and home studio. I thought it was a good idea for this to be a nice place for your Sims to build your gardening, painting, cooking. That's basically the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for the screenshots at the end, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!